Hello learners, welcome to another session of School Organization and Management. I am Dr. Tandra Sharma, Professor, Jagannath Institute of Education, JIMS Engineering Management Technical Campus, Greater Noida. My today's topic is from Unit 4, Elements of School Management. Topic, School Climate, Meaning and Types. The points to be covered in this topic are introduction, that is the concept of the school climate, multidimensional construct of school climate, physical, social, and academic dimensions, types of school climate, and how to create a positive school climate. The sum of the values, cultures, safety practices, organizational structures within a school, teaching practices, diversity, leader-teacher relationships, teacher-teacher relationships, parent-teacher relationships, and student-teacher relationship is the concept of the school climate. A school should be seen as a healthy place of learning where dreams and ambitions of the students and parents are the central focus. Teachers are motivated to give their best, where all are respected and feel connected with the school. This is a school climate. The school climate is the prevailing atmosphere in the school. It is a mixture of beliefs, values, and behaviors of the students, the teaching staff, leaders, and parents, level of independence, leadership styles, and job satisfaction. Let's come to the concept of school climate. The climate of the school is the heart and soul of a school, the factor that motivates the students and teachers and makes them to want it and willing to be there every day. Various researchers and educational reformers identified school climate in different ways. But according to Haplin, school climate is the personality of the organization, and that the organization climate is similar to that of the personality of the individual. School climate is a multi-dimensional construct and includes physical, social, and academic dimensions as follows. Physical dimensions includes the presentation of the school building and classrooms, the size of the school and the students or teachers ratio in the classroom, the organization of the classes in the school, the effectiveness of the tools and teaching resources, and the safety and security measures. The social dimension includes the quality of interpersonal relationships of all members of staff, that is the teacher, leader, teacher-teacher, teacher-student, and student-student or parent and teacher interaction. Secondly, a fair and equal treatment of all students by the teachers and other staff members. Third, the degree of competition and social comparison among the students. And fourth, the extent of the contribution of the students, teachers, and school staff in the decision-making process. The academic dimension includes the quality of teaching and the teacher's expectations for the students' achievement. In fact, the climate of the school is the subject of the staff and the students' perceptions, and it is measurable. From the above definition, we can say that the climate of the school has to do with the atmosphere or feeling that prevails in a particular school. It appears from the relationship between the leaders and teachers, teachers and students, and between the leaders and the students. The school as a social interaction system forces the leaders, teachers, and students to interact in the planning, decision making, and problem solving fields in an administrative level. They also interact on personal issues that are a part of the normal school routine. There are various types of school climate. According to Haplin, he distinguishes different types of school climate. That is, open climate, controlled climate, autonomous climate, paternal climate, familiar school climate, and closed climate. Now, let us discuss one by one these school climates. Open climate. Open climate of the school is chiefly associated with its expressive characteristics. An open climate can be easily utilized to account for both the space and authenticity between the relationships of the principals, teachers, students, and parents. The open climate reflects upon the supportive, welcoming, and positive role of the principal towards the teachers as well as his attachment and devotion to work. The principal shows genuine concern over the teachers. In an open school climate, teachers are portrayed as being tolerant, helpful, and to be revered in the profession. According to Haplin, teachers work in teams to guarantee the student's success. Teacher and leader alike make themselves available to maintain close relationship with students and the parents. The second type of climate is the controlled climate. The main characteristics of the controlled climate is more and more in the way of the work. Importance is bestowed upon the accomplishment of tasks and little time is devoted to social life. Teachers appear to be entirely devoted to their work. In most cases, there is little time available or allow for interaction between each other. Students are also heavily engaged with the tasks and are given little time to give over to the extracurricular activities. The principal usually keeps his distance from the teachers, students, and parents in order to avoid any degree of familiarity. Parents are not encouraged to visit the school and see the teachers about their children's problems, using instead such a time on something much more valuable. The third type of climate that prevails is the autonomous climate. The autonomous climate is a type of climate that portrays an atmosphere where teachers have at their disposal a considerable degree of freedom to act in the school. The leader epitomizes the model of enthusiasm and zeal. There are no external threats or influence. Teachers have a strong desire to teach and students are motivated to learn. There is a close relationship between the managers, teachers, students, and the parents. The next type of climate is the paternal climate. Paternal climate is described by a type of atmosphere in which the school principal is a hard-working person. The school principal is full of life and lively, but his management style tends to lean on the autocratic side. As a result, the majority of the teachers, students, and parents prefer to keep their cautious distance from the leader. Students can have a hard time expressing their concerns and difficulties, while the parents come to school only when they feel it absolutely necessary. For example, like when the teachers require that they come. The next type of school climate is the familiar school climate. The familiar school climate is described as a sort of laissez-faire atmosphere. In such type of climate, the principal is pretty much interested in maintaining a social atmosphere that favors the fulfillment of any particular task. Most of the students do not take their learning process seriously. Most parents are not involved in their children's education and they are clueless as to what their children are up to at the school. They think that it is not necessary for them to attend the meetings that are meant for the parents. In this type of familiar climate between the principal and the teachers, a scant attention is paid to the overall performance of the school. And the last type of climate that prevails in the school is the closed climate. Closed climate is primarily identified as with the lack of commitment and productivity. There is hardly any commitment, particularly on the part of both the principal and the teachers. There is emphasis on the fulfillment of duties, while the principal is engaged in routine activities, paperwork that teachers respond to with a minimum degree. The school principal tends to be stern and wielding control. He is inattentive, not supportive, and not on hand. And as a result, most of the teachers tend to be frustrated and ineffective. The teachers, there is a lack of respect on the part of the principals. In addition to this, teachers do show lack of respect towards the school authority, towards each other, or even to the students. Teachers are intolerant and divided, hence a social pressure takes hold at the school. Now, how to create a positive school climate? A positive school climate is characterized by a strong relationship between the students and the staff, and a formal discipline administered which is not punitive by any measure. The factors that contribute to the school climate, positive school climate, are that there must be respect for each other, trust, high moral, opportunity for input, academic and social growth, cohesiveness, renewal of schools, and caring. Each school is characterized by its own unique climate. This is the case because schools do operate in different ways. The type of climate prevailing in a school is a mixture of the behavior of the school principal and that of the teachers, students, and parent in the school. The climate varies from one school to the other and is looked at as a factor which always changes. Thank you.